You ever see one of those car restoration videos and just think, wow, that felt like a blockbuster movie? Well, it's not just about the car. It's all about cinematic magic. In this explainer, we're going to break down the visual language that turns a pile of rust into absolute royalty, and how a simple before and after can become a story you just can't forget.
So what's the deal? Why are we so completely hooked on a good transformation? I mean, there's just something so deeply satisfying about watching decay turn into beauty, or seeing chaos become order. This appeal is universal, and it's exactly what filmmakers are tapping into. It's that promise of seeing potential fulfilled, and that's really the bedrock for all the cool techniques we're about to get into.
All right, so every great magic trick needs a solid setup, right? And storytelling is exactly the same. To really truly appreciate that big reveal, the after, we first have to be totally invested in the before. This is where the creator sets the stakes and makes us really ache for the change that's about to come.
And this is where the genius is. It's all about contrast. You can't just tell us a car is old. You have to show us. The source material brings up a killer detail: dusty seats. By zeroing in on a real, tangible sign of neglect like that, the filmmaker creates a super low baseline. That's our rust. And that makes the final jump to luxury leather feel like a genuine metamorphosis. So the big insight here: the lower you set the before, the more jaw-dropping the after is going to be.
Okay, so we've established our rust. Now for the fun part, the transformation. But look, this isn't just about wrenches and spray paint. The filmmaker frames this whole process like a kind of alchemy, a series of visual spells that turn something totally mundane into something magical, and it happens right before our very eyes.
The whole thing unfolds in three kind of magical steps. First, the impossible happens. The windows literally repair themselves. That one visual cue immediately tells us we've left reality behind, and all that dreamy sunlight just doubles down on that feeling. Then the magic moves inside. The soft glow of the dashboard, that's not just about electricity, it's signaling that the car has a new premium soul. And the final touch is this magical aura that wraps around the car, completing the spell and confirming this was no ordinary tune-up.
The transformation is done. The spell has been cast. But hold on, the story isn't over, not by a long shot. Now comes the payoff, the grand reveal. The filmmaker's job totally shifts here to presenting this newly crowned royalty in the most powerful, majestic way you can imagine.
This quote right here really captures the soul of the transformation. Just listen to the language. It's not a car anymore, it's a luxury beast. That signals a deep, fundamental change in its whole identity, not just a simple repair. This car now has presence, it has power, it has a whole new character. And the visuals, well, they have to live up to that new title.
So how do you film a luxury beast? Well, you give it a coronation. The camera doesn't just sit there. No way. It performs this beautiful, smooth camera tracking shot, moving right alongside the car, honoring its new grace. The setting, that forest path, isn't random at all. It's totally symbolic. It suggests a journey, leaving the old, rusty world behind. And it all leads to this, the final, powerful, cinematic hero shot, where the car stops and is presented to us in all its glory, like a monarch finally taking the throne.
So, the story has been told, but there's one last, absolutely crucial step. How do you package this whole journey so that people don't just remember it, but they get that immediate urge to watch it all over again? This, my friends, is the art of the viral loop.
And here it is, the final bow. Just 4 simple words that perfectly, beautifully sum up the entire story we just watched. That little sparkle emoji, it's not just for fun, it's the final wink, confirming the magic we all saw. This text is like a title card, a definitive statement that gives the story a really satisfying sense of closure. And that's what creates the loop. You get that emotional summary from the title card, and then the soft fade out that follows gives your brain just a beat to process how awesome that was. It feels so complete, so perfectly self-contained that your first instinct is often just to hit replay and experience that whole satisfying journey from rust to royalty one more time.
So the crucial takeaway here is that any process, and I mean any process, whether it's restoring a car, baking a cake, or building an app, can be turned into a really compelling story. By setting up a clear before, showing the magic of the transformation, and delivering a truly powerful after, you can make any story feel cinematic. The only question left is, what story are you going to tell?